So for the African American artists who would come here, obviously during the time period, you know, maybe finding studio space may have been difficult for some individuals. Even though we're, you know, post, you know, the civil rights movement, there were still some discriminatory things, of course, that were happening across the globe. Were there any stories in particular about their experiences here?
Most of this kind of goes back to the 1960s.
Okay.
Like what was really amazing about the studios, and this area was relatively more progressive than the rest of Alabama was. In the 60s, Alabama was pushing pretty hard for segregation to still be a thing. And so, like, you know, like the effects of like Jim Crow laws were kind of still here. Like many black artists couldn't go to restaurants or stay at proper hotels and stuff like that. But the studio environment always became kind of an oasis. It was, you know,
it's universal.
Of course,
music is universal.
It was. It absolutely is. Like, and so, like in the '60s, like studios primarily focused on working and developing local black artists as well too. Like again, Percy Sledge, a local from here as well too. He's from Leeton, Alabama, about 20 minutes outside of here. And then, you know, Wilson Pickett coming into town, and like. There's a story about Wilson Pickett coming into town. Rick Hall met him up at the Muscle Shoals airport, and Muscle Shoals was largely cotton fields at that time, and people were still picking cotton. Now even too, like that's also how like just local kids made their money in town as well. You could, you know, pick cotton and then go get a day's pay as well. But for Wilson Pickett coming down to here and seeing that, it was a very shocking thing to him. And he wanted to leave when he came. And Rick Hall came up to him and he said, forget about all that. We're going to go together. And we're going to go cut some records.
Love it.
And so the studio becomes an oasis and then has kind of a ripple effect